What is up, course heroes? Welcome to yet another video. This one is super exciting. We are going to learn how to create a game using Chat GPT. Let's get started. Let's get started with creating our game using AI. I'm going to do this with Chat GPT 4.0. You can use any AI tool of your preference. It should work. I've done this with Chat GPT before, hence I'm going to stick to it. So grab your favorite cup of joe and let's get started. So the first thing I want to do is explain to Chat GPT what my game is about. Now, instead of starting this from scratch, why reinvent the wheel? I'm going to go find a game that I used to like as a kid, get a screenshot and start with that and see how far we can get. So let's go and get a screenshot of my childhood game that I used to love playing. This is the game I used to love playing called Arkanoid. And again, the idea isn't that why reinvent the wheel, why are we recreating this game when it's already out there? The idea is to unlock your mind to the possibility of what AI can do and how someone like us who's not even coders, I'm not a coder, can learn how to develop your own game and at least work on an MVP, a minimum viable product. But this can apply to anything, right? Not just games. So what I'm going to do is, and let's see if this works. If not, then we will explain to AI the game. But first, what I'm going to say is take the screenshot and tell me how I can build a game similar to this. All right, so my command to ChatGPT along with the screenshot is look at the screenshot of this game called Arkanoid and help me build it. All right, so it took about 30 seconds and then now we have the set of instructions on how to build this game. So first one is setting up the environment, and it says make sure you have Python installed on your system, install Pygame using pip. So what I need to know next is how to install Python. I'm going to ask it the follow-up command because again, I don't know programming. I have no clue how to do this. So let's ask it to simplify this for us. So my follow-up prompt to ChatGPT is give me step-by-step instructions on how to install Python and then how to install Pygame using pip. All right, so here's the step-by-step instructions for Windows, which is what I am using. Go to the official website, download Python, then run the installer. So let's head over to the official website and go to downloads. Okay, it says once you have downloaded, run the installer. So let's run it. So Python is currently getting installed on my Windows machine. This is super exciting. While that's installed, I'm going to pause this video, come back once we are ready for next step. So I've installed Python. The next step is to confirm that it's installed. So to verify the installation, I need to open command prompt and then type in the following command. So let's do that. Yep, looks like we are good as far as the Python installation. So I'm going to put these two windows side by side while we work in Python. Now the next step here is once we have run the installer, this is Mac OS instructions, Linux instructions, we don't need that. Next is to install Pygame using pip. And my instruction here says pip is usually installed by default. With Python, you can verify by typing this. So let's try that. Yep, pip is also installed. Now it says install Pygame. Let's try this. Pip install Pygame. Sweet, looks like that worked. To verify this, let's do that. Okay, then in the Python shell, type in this thing. Let's do that as well. You're about to paste the text. Warning, okay, sounds good. Paste anyway. I think we are in business. So now that we have done that, let's go back up to our game controls and see what the next step is. So we have installed Pygame. The basic implementation it says is to copy this code and paste it. So let's try and see if that works. And looks like it works. I am playing the game, or I'm at least in the game interface. It's not really doing anything, but we have the game interface open. And again, all of this without me having zero knowledge of how to write a single line of code. This is just crazy, right? Now let's see what's next. So here it says this code will create a basic Arkanoid game where you can control the paddle. Now I want to give it a follow-up command saying, hey, I did this, but I'm just getting a blank window. All right, so my prompt says, I followed the instructions, but I'm getting a blank Arkanoid window. What do I do next? All right, so now I have updated instructions, check the Pygame installation, ensure game elements are being created. update and draw in the game loop, and then finally verify the drawing order. But I have no clue if I need to do all of this in a single paste or if I need to paste them separately. So now I'm going to ask it, how do I do this? So my follow-up prompt is, do I paste all of these together in Python? And to which ChatGPT has replied, yes, you paste it all together. Here's the complete code. So it's going to combine all that code for me. And then all I have to do is hit the copy code button and paste it. All right, so I have received the entire piece of code. Here's something interesting. It says steps to run the script, copy the entire code and paste it into a text editor or a IDE platform like VS Code. I do have VS Code. So now what I'm going to do is try to pivot and ask it, give me step-by-step instructions on how to launch this in VS Code. So now I'm going to pivot and try to do this in VS Code and see if we can get any further. All right, we are in VS Code. And if you don't know how to use VS Code, of course, ask ChatGPT or your favorite AI tool, give me step-by-step instructions on how do I go about using VS Code. I've gone to the step of installing it. Then it's asking me to open a folder, and this can be any folder. So if you don't have a folder created yet, just create a random folder, give it the name of your game. So I've already created a folder on my PC, so I'm going to open it now. Okay, so I've opened my folder. The next step it says is to click on new file. So what we're going to do is click on new file. I can do it from here, file and new file. And it says name your file Arkanoid.py. So I'm going to copy that, go back to new file and create it. Once you hit create, system dialog is going to open to ask where you want to save this. So again, I'm going to save it back in that same folder. From here, we're going to copy the game code. So let's go back up here to copy the game code and we're going to paste it. Let me go back and read the instructions. Okay, copy the entire game code from your previous response and then paste it here. So let's go ahead and paste that. And then it says set up the Python extension. I have already done this, but to show you how you do this is you'd go to this extensions part here and search for Python, which is right here. So I can just type it in and it's going to show me every Python related extension for VS Code, and you will see the install buttons. Since I've already installed it, that install button is no longer available. So I've already installed it. Then it says press Ctrl+Shift+P to open the command palette, type Python, select interpreter. So Ctrl+Shift+P opens this, and then here's the Python select interpreter, and then just select this one, which is the recommended. Then we can run the script. So to run the script, it says open the Arkanoid.py file and then press F5 to run the script. If this is your first time running a Python script in VS Code, you may be prompted to configure a debug configuration, select Python file. When prompted, let's see if that happens. So F5. Okay, here's the debugger. I'm going to select that and select Python file. Perfect. And we have an error here, and the error says no module named Pygame. So now what I'm going to do is copy this error, paste it, and see how do we troubleshoot this error. Before I do that, I do want to try one more thing, which is alternatively, you can press Control backtick to open an integrated terminal and then ensure you're in the correct directory and then type in this code. All right, so let's try this alternate step before we troubleshoot this. So again, I'm going to press Control and backtick on my keyboard and then copy this Python Arkanoid.py and paste it here. Whoa, we are in business. So here's my game and you can see it's working now. I can see that anytime this ball or the dot crashes on the floor, it just keeps going. So at this point, what you would do is you would want to tweak the rules of the game and explain it that, hey, these things are not working as intended. I have some more troubleshooting to do, and you can keep troubleshooting till you get this game where you want it. But this just goes to show you the power of what you can do with ChatGPT, asking it step-by-step instructions and then following those instructions. Now, I would go a step further here and ask ChatGPT to explain me this entire piece of code so I can start learning what exactly the code is doing, and that will inform me to tweak the game even better. And there you have it, course heroes. That is how easy it is to create a game, to create whatever you can dream up of using AI, using Chat GPT. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this video. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button so you get notified next time I release a new video. And until next time, keep creating.